In today's video, I'm going to teach you how to access files on DigitalOcean Spaces with Filezilla. Before we connect with a client like Filezilla, we'll set up a space inside DigitalOcean so your files have a secure, organized home and you're ready to manage them efficiently. Start by heading to your DigitalOcean dashboard. Once you're in, look to the left sidebar and open the Manage section. From there, choose Spaces Object Storage. Spaces is DigitalOcean's S3 compatible object storage, which means tools like Filezilla can talk to it using the same protocols they use for other S3 services. Creating the space first ensures you'll have a bucket, a region, and the right settings ready to go. Click Create Bucket to begin. The first choice you'll make is the data center region. Pick the location that's closest to your main audience or your servers to keep latency low and transfers snappy. If you have data residency requirements, choose the region that aligns with those. This setting can't be changed later, so take a moment to pick the right one. Also remember that network egress can vary by region and distance, so proximity usually saves time and money. Next, choose a storage type. You'll see two options, standard storage and cold storage. Standard is designed for active files you'll upload, download, or serve regularly, like website assets, media, or backups you touch often. It provides quick access and is the best default for most use cases. Cold storage is optimized for data you rarely access, such as archives or long-term backups. It's typically lower cost to store but can have retrieval delays or fees when you need the data. For what we're doing now, select standard storage to keep your files immediately accessible while you set up your workflows. You'll also see the content delivery network option. A CDN caches your files on edge locations closer to your users, helping downloads feel nearly instant around the world and offloading traffic from your origin bucket. If your files will be public and frequently requested, a CDN is a great add-on. If you're not ready for it yet, you can skip it and enable it later. Just keep in mind that CDN usage is billed separately and may include cache purges or custom domain configuration if you want branded URLs. Continue to the finalization area where you confirm your settings. Here you'll choose a unique name for your bucket. Bucket names need to be unique, DNS friendly, and lowercase, and they usually only include letters, numbers, and hyphens. Avoid special characters or uppercase letters. If you plan to use the bucket with a custom domain or a CDN, pick a name that's easy to recognize and fits your naming standards. A clear naming convention now makes automation and team collaboration much smoother later. Select a project to place the bucket in. Projects in DigitalOcean help you organize resources by environment, client, or application, and they make access control and cost tracking cleaner. Choose the project that lines up with how you manage your apps and teams, so permissions and billing reports stay straightforward. When everything looks good, click, subscribe, and create bucket. This confirms your plan and provisions the space. After a moment, your new bucket will appear in your spaces list. Inside the bucket, you'll see details like the region and the endpoint URL. Make a note of those because your client will need them to connect. By default, objects and spaces are private, which is ideal for most workflows. You can adjust access policies later if you need public file hosting or shared links. That's it for the setup. You've created a DigitalOcean space with the right region, the appropriate storage class, and optional CDN context in mind. With the bucket ready, you're set to move on to accessing and transferring your files using a client such as Filezilla, leveraging the S3 compatible endpoint and your space's credentials. This foundation ensures your files are organized, secure, and ready for smooth uploads and downloads as you build out your workflow.